You're listening to the WWNO Classical Network. Hi, this is Paul Mawson. And each week we check in with Dave Walker, find out what's going on in the museum scene. Dave is host of the museumgoer.com. Dave, welcome back.
Hello, Paul.
All right, what's happening here? Our post-Thanksgiving activities.
The
What's
action
yeah,
picks right up.
yeah.
The National World War II Museum is hosting two Meet the Author events this week on two quite different topics. Tonight, Christopher C. Gorham will discuss his book Matisse at War: Art and Resistance in Nazi-Occupied France. The artist was in poor health during the war years and opted not to flee the occupation forces. Remaining in Nice and working through the many wartime perils his family faced, he created works that were quiet but powerful acts of resistance. A reception precedes the presentation at 4:30. The talk, which will take place in person and online at 5:30, supports the current traveling exhibition Degenerate: Hitler's War on Modern Art, which is on view at the museum through May 10th, 2026. On Friday, Catherine Carter will discuss her new book, Churchill's Citadel, Chartwell and the Gatherings Before the Storm, which examines how Churchill's country home in Kent became the headquarters for his pre-war study of the Nazis' preparations for war. This was in the 1930s and Churchill was out of government, yet he convened intelligence gathering meetings with diplomats, spies, political leaders, and others, including Albert Einstein and T.E. Lawrence. A 5 p.m. reception will precede the presentation, which will take place in person and online at 6 p.m. Both events are free and open to the public. More at nationalww2museum.org.
Matisse, Churchill, Einstein, Lawrence, some heavy hitters there. Sounds like that should make for some interesting evenings.
For sure. And interesting and fascinating are dependable characteristics of the museum's Meet the Author events. Complimentary wine, beer, and snacks precede the presentations, which always conclude with an audience question and answer segment. After, attendees line up to have authors sign their books, which are available for purchase on site. So if you've not yet solved your shopping challenges for hard to shop for dads, granddads, and art history buffs, here are a couple of opportunities to give the gift of personalized World War II history. I'm a big fan of the museum's MTAs. In related news, the museum recently announced that its Jenny Craig Institute for the Study of War and Democracy will sponsor a new book award for outstanding nonfiction works on World War II history. Prizes will go to the best World War II history book published in 2026, as well as the best debut book. The first finalists and awardees will be announced in spring 2027, and both winners will later present their work at Meet the Author events at the museum. In public programming, the Museum of the Southern Jewish Experience will host an author talk with Tim Alice at 6 p.m. Thursday. His book, Henri Bendel and the Worlds He Fashioned, tracks the title character's life from childhood in South Louisiana to West 57th Street in Manhattan and the pinnacle of retail couture in the early decades of the 20th century. Cole Porter name-checked Bendel's store alongside the Roman Colosseum, the Louvre, Gandhi, and Jimmy Durante, among others, in his song You're the Top. The presentation will take place in person and online. More at msje.org. Longview House and Gardens will offer its Merry Market from 10 to 4 Sunday, which is also monthly Free Family Sunday. Gardens admission is free for Louisiana residents all day. More at longview.com. Also Sunday, the Museum of the Southern Jewish Experience will host a Hanukkah Family Day from 10 to 4. There'll be free admission, kid-friendly programming, and Hanukkah snacks. More at msje.org. And finally, circling back to the World War II Museum, Sunday is December 7th. So there will be a Pearl Harbor commemorative ceremony at 11:15. A moment of silence will take place to mark the time of the attack, and a brief ceremony will follow. The free event will take place in person and online. More at nationalww2museum.org.
Well, December is off and running and a busy slate with museums. You want to find out more about anything we talked about? Check out Dave's website at themuseumgoer.com. Dave, thanks so much, and we will catch up with you next week.
See you then. Thank you.